So adoration is an act of worship that acknowledges God's greatness and our dependence on Him. The creation of humanity in God's image demonstrates His special relationship with us. And, for example, in the textbook, The Beginning of Wisdom, it explains worship is rooted in the relationship with humanity that God established at creation. Basically, humans are created to know God and to love Him, and then He gives us the will to choose to make the decision of whether to know Him and love Him or to stray away from Him. So essentially, humans are made to worship, whether it be God or other things. And then so in our project, our focus of adoration is fame. So then there would be people whose lives revolve around certain celebrities that could be considered worship. So in these cases, people can become overly involved and interested, obsessed with these celebrities' opinions, details, and personal lives. So in that same manner, celebrities can also worship their fame that sometimes makes them feel superior to other people. They can be known for their success and luxurious lifestyles, but make bad choices that don't impress others with their character.
People want to be liked by the world around them, so when they become famous, they pretend to be something they are not in order to stay appealing to their audience. As people focus on making sure that they stay famous, their lives and relationships are negatively affected as they put more importance on being famous and living false identities.
Dehumanization affects the worshipped person cognitively, emotionally, and relationally. Cognitively, the person might be in a state of underlying depression, numbness, and even self-conscious. Emotionally, they might experience anger, shame, and guilt. Of course, this might not be their whole life, but at some point, many famous people will experience feeling dehumanized, whether the audience can tell or not.
Fame affects celebrities in a variety of different ways. To begin, it's important to look at how celebrities experience fame over time. Generally, they experience it in 4 phases. They first enter a period of love/hate towards their experience. Then they move to the addiction phase where everything that they do is aimed towards keeping their fame and status. Next, they enter the acceptance phase where they come to realize and accept the strings that come attached to their fame, like the change in everyday routines. Finally, they go through the adaptation phase where they develop new routines and behaviors in response to their fame and how it has affected and changed their lives. Furthermore, celebrities experience dehumanization throughout their lives.
Firstly, it was found that celebrities feel lonely and separated from society and viewed as an object. Some participants reported feeling like a thing rather than a person of unique character. Secondly, celebrities have trouble with trusting people who are supposed to be their friends because of the possibility that they're being used for their fame. I don't think you trust anybody the same way when you become well-known. And also, there's always a part of you that wonders why they're becoming friendly with you, some celebrities have said. And lastly, this affects their relationships and the way they behave and live their lives. In the process of losing trust, I've lost some of the innocence I've had about life, about the world, and about people.
Society places a bystander on famous people who fall into dehumanization. The people who admire the celebrity are not stripping their human identity but redefining the human norm from everyday social functions. Society separates them to be much more than a human. The celebrity is dehumanized by the worshippers.
Society glorifies the media, exploiting the private lives of celebrities on a global scale. And on this global scale, the media is conditioning and encouraging people to be nosy and invite themselves into the private lives of celebrities and glorify a certain life that is not their own. Companies often use celebrities in advertising to push for a new product. People may not want nor enjoy it, but because it's approved by someone famous, the desire to buy it increases dramatically. It's a manipulative but effective tactic that businesses use, especially when they see people as just economical money bags.
People are naturally inclined to form close emotional ties to figures they see in the media. These bonds are called parasocial relationships. They are one-sided and unreciprocated in nature. It's easier to form parasocial relationships in our modern society with the development of social media. Carefully curated posts from celebrities on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter allow the fans to see glimpses into their lives, allowing for the illusion that these relationships are personal. There are different types of parasocial relationships. Entertainment social, a healthy type of parasocial relationships, where fans are able to appreciate the content a celebrity or influencer puts out. Intense personal. This type of parasocial relationship is described as intensive and compulsive feelings about the celebrity. Now finally, borderline pathological. This type of parasocial relationship is very unhealthy, in which the relationship may lead to stalking or violence. Now the dehumanization. Excessive celebrity worship is more often harmful than fulfilling. Intense parasocial relationships can cause an imbalance in one's own personal relationships, and these intense emotions may prevent one from forming close bonds with others or cause a divide between others who don't share the same sentiment. These unhealthy bonds tend to blur the line between privacy and publicity, causing harm to both parties.